Today I'm going to read to you the story Up in the Garden and Down in Dirt by Kate Messner with art by Christopher Silas Neal. And good readers, before they begin, often look at the front cover, at the illustrations and the pictures, and they think to themselves, what is this story going to be about? So I'm going to do that, and I'm looking carefully, and I see some things that make me think this story is going to be about a garden. It doesn't look like it's going to be about the beach. It doesn't look like it's going to be about snow. It looks like it's going to be about spring and a garden. Let's read and find out. Up in the garden, I stand and plan, my hands full of seeds, and my head full of dreams. Now, what do you think this boy or girl is dreaming about? Probably not dreaming about monsters or unicorns. Maybe instead they're dreaming about what's going to happen here in the garden. Dreams of plants that will grow big and tall once spring comes. Spring sun shines down to melt the sleepy snow. Wind whistles through last year's plants, and mud sucks at my rain boots. It's not quite time, Nana says. Down in the dirt, things need to dry out and warm up. What's down there? I ask. Down in the dirt is a whole busy world of earthworms and insects, digging and building and stirring up the soil. They're already working down in the dirt. Up in the garden, we snap brittle stalks, scoop rustly armfuls, and wheel away weeds for the chickens. While they squabble and scratch, we spread compost over the soil. This is the compost. It's kind of like fertilizer or vitamins for the garden. Oh, look, looks like you found a bird's nest. That's what we find this time of year. Down in the dirt, pill bugs chew through last year's leaves. I give a gentle poke. They roll up tight and hide in plated suits of armor, roly-poly round. Up in the garden, it's time to plant. I trail a furrow with my finger and sprinkle seeds in a careful row. Give them a drink, Nana says. We pat them down to snuggle in the dark. Down in the dirt, a tomato hornworm rests, waiting for wings and the leaves where she'll lay her eggs. Up in the garden, carrot plants sprout. Pea blossoms bloom. These are the pea blossoms. Wasps are on the prowl and honeybees visit, legs loaded with pollen. So did you know that a carrot grows underground like this? That's true. Here's the carrots. I weed and wilt in the sun so strong even Nana looks for shade. Down in the dirt, earthworms tunnel deep. I'm jealous of their cool, damp, dark. Up in the garden, rain shower. Nana turns the hose on me. Eee! Look over here, we see some baby birds who've been born. This is a robin feeding her baby birds. I hide behind the cucumber vines, but their leaves can't save me. I shiver and laugh, drenched in Nana's rain. Down in the dirt, water soaks deep. The roots, these things that look like little pieces of hair, drink it all in like straws. And a long-legged spider stilt walks over the streams. Here's the spider. So these are the roots of the plant, and they soak up the water and the minerals and nutrients from the soil, like the vitamins or the food from the soil. And here's the stem of the plants. Here's the leaves and the flower. They all have important jobs. The stem keeps the plant nice and tall and sturdy, kind of like our skeletons. The leaves soak up rain and sun, and the flowers attract birds and butterflies. Up in the garden, there's so much to eat. Ladybugs feast on aphids. These are tiny little bugs. Nana crunches green beans. I bite a ripe tomato warm from the sun. Juice dribbles down my chin. Down in the dirt, a robin's beak finds a cricket. A beetle, a grub, slugs are pretty scrumptious too. Up in the garden, we pick cukes and zucchini, harvesting into the dark. Cukes are cucumbers. Bats swoop through the sunflowers, and I pluck June bugs from the basil until it's time for bed. Down in the dirt, skunks work the night shift. They snuffle and dig and gobble cutworms. They gobble up these worms while I sleep. Up in the garden, a praying mantis wakes to hunt mosquitoes. Nana sprays away the aphids, and I'm after the grasshoppers, ready to swoosh, but snap! Someone else is faster. Down in the dirt, a smooth, shining garter snake crunches on some supper. I've never seen a snake in my yard. I wonder if you have. Up in the garden, the wind grows cool. Pumpkins blush orange. The sunflowers bow to September. So we've moved now from early spring to middle of spring, late spring, through summer, and this is now towards the end of summer. Nana ties them together to build a house for reading. This is almost fall. Down in the dirt, an orb weaver spins her web, strand by silken strand. She'll munch on some moths tonight. How's she gonna munch on some moths? Do you think she'll catch them in her web? I bet so. Up in the garden, colored leaves litter the squash vines, and we know the cold is coming. The seasons are changing again. Now it's fall, and it looks like fall will then turn to winter. Hurry, hurry and harvest. There's enough for the neighbors too. Down in the dirt, frantic ants gather what we leave behind. They're storing food for cooler days ahead. And we can see that now we're well into fall because the leaves have fallen off of the trees. They're harvesting their food. Up in the garden, frost draws lace on leftover leaves where secret egg sacs hang, waiting for the warm to return. We say goodbye and spread the winter blankets. Down in the dirt, beetles burrow, ants scurry home, and earthworms curl tight in the dark, preparing for winter. When Grandpa calls us in for soup, an autumn moon is rising. Up in the garden, dry corn stalks tremble, and the wind smells like winter. But the long, ripe days of summer still rest in the garden beds. The ladybugs and the bumblebees, the earthworms and the ants are all hunkered down, hiding, biding their time, waiting, dreaming of sunshine and blossoms and sprouts under the bare arms of trees and the blanketing snow. A whole new garden sleeps down in the dirt. Thank you for sharing that with me. I hope you enjoyed it.